Alright, what's up boys? I don't know how to start or end videos, so let's just get right into this thing. Bots. I hate them, you hate them, we all hate them. But I've been binge watching a lot of Futurama and Robot Boy lately, so I decided to ask myself, which is the most commonly seen bot in Valve's casual servers? And then my stream chat proceeded to tell me that's a stupid thing to ask, but I did it anyways. Now, I know there's logs of like every bot in the world, like people like put it down to a list, but that's not really what I'm looking at. I'm looking at the frequency of when these bots show up. So what I did was I devised a little experiment, which I streamed over at twitch.tv/cockroachjones, which you should go and follow, and subscribe to me on YouTube right now. Do it, do it, do it, do it, do it! Anyways, so the plan is, we enter a Valve server at any random time for an entire week, and note 5 things down. The time, the day, the map, the game mode, and the number of bots. Expanding upon that last point, we note down what type of bots there are. So for an example, there could be 4 Omegatronics and 1 Disco Mouse. And to end it off, we also label the game we played as salvaged or unsalvageable, depending on if the game removed all the bots before the match was ended. This of course would mean that the matches with no bots in it aren't even included in this little salvages code we got going on. But instead a third category, known as the botless category. That would also go without saying that this is the result we're looking for. The next idea was then salvaged, but you know, worst case scenario is unsalvageable, and that's pretty much the worst we can get. And finally, just to keep everything fair between tests, we would queue after every match is finished, never staying in the same server, and we're only using Frankfurt/EU servers for this particular experiment. We do have something for the NA servers, so you know, stick around if you use that server, you know, but I don't, I use EU, so let's go. Yeah, so I basically went about doing this every day for the past week, and these are all my results organized in a cute little bar graph. How sweet. Now as you can see from this giraffe, there was actually an equal amount of games played where there were no bots, 2 games which were salvaged, that being a fat ugly 41% rate for each. Now the real scary thing is the fact that 58% of the games played overall had a bot in it of some kind, which is actually more than half. Which is actually pretty messed up if you think about it. I mean, that's over half the matches played in an EU server. That's not good. But from this experiment, I managed to find 120 bots overall. And, you know, that's pretty good. Not bad, but like good, because, you know, it's a good sample size. But I could see that I needed help. So I gathered some of the hee homeboys from the Discord, which you should join, which is the link down below in the description, and formed the Hereditors of the Arcadia. These guys helped me gather the same data I was getting, and after factoring their results into mine, we get this. And as you can clearly see, Omegatronics are the most seen bot in the entire like server list, map, place. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. Basically, Omegatronics are everywhere. They take up 25% of all the bots, which is over a quarter, if you couldn't tell. Then come the name stealers, followed shortly by the crazy frogs, and then the disco mice, and the rest you can kinda read. Now I know what a lot of you are thinking. What in the heck is that thing there, labelled other? Well, that belongs to the bots that didn't have such a high frequency, meaning that we only saw them once or twice or maybe 3 times. And you know the ones these ones are, you know, it's the things I can't say on YouTube without getting demonetized, like, you know the ones. You know it. Anyways, moving swiftly onward, overall we had 186 bots found. This number is incredibly important, and I think you're wondering why. Well, sit the hee-ho down and I'll tell ya. That number, you can use it in some really advanced biological equations, which I haven't used in over literally 4 years, to find out the population density of the bots. So how do we do it? What we do is we get the number of bots, which is 186, and divide it by the area in squared kilometers of the maps we have found in, combined. Now usually this equation is used to figure out how many slugs or snails exist in the area, but because I view bots in the exact same way as those slimy mollusks, I feel like this is a good fit. So, what we gotta do is we gotta figure out the area. Keep in mind of course, we're only finding out the area of the maps that had bots in them, salvaged or not. So with the ground rules out of the way, we're going to use Uncle Dane's big smart map size Mr. Worldwide Pitbull and the Alien Silver Gunner stuff to measure all of the map's area, and there's no old peer. Yeah, so his video is actually kind of mad old now, so we're going to have to measure this bit ourselves. So I did the things, I did the thing Big Uncle Dane did. I downloaded his casting essentials and put it in the console commands and cried with a /insecure thing, and boom, we got our size. 3,469 nav areas combined to make 27.7507 kilo hammer units squared. Now a hammer unit is 1.905 centimeters, so we do some super complicated maths that I had to get explained to me because I'm terrible at maths, to get a number that doesn't matter because when converted into square kilometers squared, it gets us 1.0018 kilometers squared. It took me about 3 hours to get this result, and it's probably not even accurate, but I'm pretty certain it didn't even take into account the discovery of events of PLP, and a little update an hour later, but it doesn't even matter because that's not even the right number. Turns out it's actually 1.00506846716 kilometers squared. The official Team Fortress 2 wiki said that one hammer unit is equal to 1.905 centimeters. That's a lie. We're being scammed. Valve, why? Anyways, we have the number. We're rounding it to 1.005 kilo squared, and we're adding it to the rest, which gives us 13.96 kilometers squared overall, which is actually kind of small, but don't worry about it. Divide the overall bot count by that number and we get 13.3237 yada yada yada. It's a big number. The point is, rounded down, we get 13 bots per square meter, meaning that for every walkable length of swift water, there's theoretically 13 bots just waiting for you. Isn't that lovely? Well, yeah, nah, that's just like the results of my little experiment. I thought it'd be like pretty interesting for you all to look at it and everything, because like potentially the population density can be catalogued for each map or game mode at different times and servers, like the NA servers, to keep track of the population, like how actual science people do to like keep track of like populations of little small moving animals, you know, because they use this like equation to like figure out with quadrats and stuff. I'm not a great botanist, I'm not gonna lie, I don't know these things too well. Point is, bots are slugs, slime disgusting slugs. And I was gonna say as well, that NA thing, we're not factoring those results into the equation because when I did it, I kind of felt like it was a bit unfair because as most of the results had been taken from EU servers up to that point. Plus, I only found BRAP bots, like I never found any other type of bot. Every single match I played, I think I played about 10, every single one had a BRAP bot and that was it. So, you know, I feel like that's probably an anomalous result which I shouldn't factor into results. Yeah, I'm saying the NA servers are an anomaly. Anyways, yeah, I got like stuff to do now, so I'm just gonna end this like real quick. All my friends have left uni and I'm stuck here crying into an uneaten pot noodle pot. So you all should do what I'm doing, which is to go watch Italian Ninja's new video, Requiem for a Pizza Part 2, and just cry into your own pot noodle pots. I'm sure it'll be a great bonding experience for us. Yeah, maybe break down crying because it was such a beautiful love story. I'm actually still crying as we speak. Also go watch Great Blow, he made the funny jailbreak videos and they made me laugh. Yeah, I'm very tired, I can't lie, go watch my streams, or subscribe to me, or join my Discord, or do something. I'm joining the downward spiral, bye bye. Disrespect.